Alright, The Legend of Korra Season 4, Episode 9. We've just had our little recap episode, which was actually quite nice to get a lot of the characters' opinions on what's happened in the show up to this point and how they're feeling going into the finale of the whole show here. Lots of great little things to take from last episode, like the way Mako now looks at Korra after everything they've been through, Asami and Tenzin kind of really being the ones to console Korra and get her through what she's going through right now, and even Bolin, the way he says, you know, his story really started when he met Korra right at the start of the show. So we've got 5 episodes to go now. I think just about everything's been set up. I'm definitely the most interested in how they wrap up Korra's character above everything else. I can definitely see why a lot of people like this season a lot. They've been very upfront with a lot of the themes they're dealing with and mental health and trauma and all of that. So I think how they resolve Korra's character by the end of this is really going to mean a lot. And it's probably going to be one of the things I think back on a lot when I'm finally finished with The Legend of Korra. And the other main things that I'm interested in is Opal and Bolin's relationship, where that ends up, and Varric and Julie as well. Obviously there's some other little things going on, like I think there might be a bit of a Beifong scenario going on here, like Kuvira has just pulled up to the swamp where Toph is. I'd love to see that. And Asami and her father as well. We'll see what happens with that. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access and uncut watch-along versions of all of these Korra reactions if you're interested. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. Chapter 9. Beyond the Wilds. Talk to me. What's all that about?
That's my boy, Ryu. He used to live in the basement.
Oh, I remember this guy.
All these vines were created by Unavatu when he battled giant spirit Korra.
He's like a tour guide.
Why is that vine coming toward us?
Here we go.
Ah!
I'm curious as to why this would be happening. Is someone bending the vines? Or is this to do with the swamp?
Everything okay?
No, Kuvira has my family, and no one seems to care but me.
Don't worry, we'll get them back safely.
Guys, there you are.
That was clean.
I just felt a weird surge of spiritual energy coming from the spirit wilds.
Ah, Beyond the Wilds, the Spirit Wilds. This has got to be because of the swamp, right?
Maybe I can get a reading.
She gonna be able to feel it? Yeah, here we go. Dude, that is insane.
Korra.
Here we go, here we go.
It was Kuvira. I saw her taking vines from the swamp. It must be affecting our spirit wilds.
Why is she taking vines?
Whatever the reason, I'm
Of
sure
course, they don't know. They need Varric to get here.
This might help him convince the other leaders to finally take her down.
Okay, now we're moving a bit. Now we're getting things moving.
We deal with this Kuvira situation immediately.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, this is a throwback to season 1.
She won an all-expense-paid vacation to a tropical island. Then when she gets there, we reveal it was a trap. Boom, got her.
He's trying.
We march in with an army of highly trained badger moles.
I like that. Oh, is that the Fire Lord? Zuko's daughter?
We take the fight to her.
I don't believe attacking is the right move.
But Kuvira can't be trusted. She told us that she was going to turn over power, and she didn't. I'm with Raiko. I say we go on the offensive and start by retaking Zaofu.
I agree.
What's going on here?
Oh, hey, Avatar Korra. For the record, I told Raiko he should have invited you.
You invited him, but not me?
It's not personal. We just thought perhaps we called you back into action a little too soon.
Oh, uh-oh.
Again, him, not me?
Korra, we're in the middle of a meeting and we can't have people just barge in whatever they want.
Guys! Oh, perfect!
Here we go.
Bolin?
What are you doing
Oh,
here?
look at Korra. She was so
Guards,
happy.
remove these traitors.
We have top secret information for you!
Listen.
Kuvira's making this thing that goes ba-boo! Ah!
This is the information we needed, though.
It has something to do with spirit vines.
Yes, how did you know?
I saw a vision of her taking spirit vines from the swamp.
The only way to protect ourselves is with a preemptive strike.
Agree.
Airbenders won't be part of an unprovoked attack.
Neither will the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation has spent too much of its history fighting nonsense wars. And I refuse to drag my nation into another one unless there's no other choice.
Okay, understandable.
I'll hold off any plans of attack. We'll go on the defensive and fortify security on the borders.
In that, you'll have my help.
Okay, well maybe that's better. I just want to see the big epic fight.
I just want to say that I'm sorry for everything.
I'm glad you're okay, but it's a little late for sorry.
I sided with Kuvira and I helped her take over the Earth Kingdom and topple your home and get your mom captured and your brothers and your dad.
Keep going.
But I'm gonna make it up to you.
Pardon me, lovebirds, but I need a word with Opal.
Okay, it's a start. It's a start.
Looks like we're going to have to save them ourselves.
Don't you think some other people would agree to go with us?
We can't ask other people to risk their necks for our family.
Hmm.
If we want to break them out, we'll have to do it alone.
The Beifongs really be doing this, though.
Mako, I'm so sorry about the way we left things. I'm such an idiot. I hope that I'll be able to earn your trust again.
If anyone has lost people's trust, it's me. Ever since Kuvira kicked my butt, no one even wants me around.
It's a good conversation.
You're not an idiot.
Yeah, here we go.
You were just doing what you thought was right.
Yes, sir.
I love you guys, and I really want to hug again.
Get this man a shower, though. Look at him. Oh, that's nice, though. I like that. So that does beg the question. Where have they ended up? We gonna find out? Nice.
Korra! The vines! They're taking me!
She has so much control over that now.
I know I'm not the old Avatar I used to be, but I can do this.
Hey, yo!
Be careful.
Jinora!
Uh-oh. I actually really like this kind of vibe.
Korra, look. What are those?
Oh! There's no way the people are in there. Nah, nah! That's Jinora. Wow, this took a really interesting turn. Still interested as to why this specifically is happening. Ah, this is nice. We haven't seen this in a while either.
Maybe if I meditate into the spirit world, I can free them.
Yep. Where's Iroh? Ooh, ooh.
Wait, this isn't the spirit world.
This is like where she fought Sahir, man. Yeah, nah, this is nice, man. Oh. Oh, she's still struggling. Oh.
You can't fight me and the poison.
No, I got it out.
You'll never get it out.
And this is what she's so traumatized about.
Korra!
The almost dying from that.
It's Zahir.
What are you talking about?
He's been haunting me ever since I fought him. It's like he's blocking me from meditating into the spirit world.
I'm here for you. What do you need?
What does she need?
I want to face Zahir.
I was just thinking about this.
Even when he's locked up, he can't be trusted.
I need to if I want to save Jinora and the others. There's no other way.
There isn't. I'm calling your father. He can lead an expedition into the spirit world from the southern portal.
That's an
You've
option.
lost faith in
But
me
for
too,
Korra,
haven't
she
you?
needs to do this.
No one thinks I'm capable of anything anymore.
I can see why she feels like that, though.
I know I can do this.
Yep, trust
I'm
yourself.
just so worried for Jinora.
This is what Korra's entire character development has been.
Tenzin,
About
please.
trusting herself.
I'll be okay.
Zahir's imprisoned deep in the mountains outside the city. I'll call Raiko and get the clearance.
Thank you.
Bro, screw the clearance, let's just go. Bro, I love those two, though.
So, I don't know if you've heard, but Opal's kind of mad at me. I was hoping you could help me win her back.
Now this I want to see. Oh, come on, please. Oh, that's kind of cute, man.
What do you got there?
Oh, come on. Uh-oh, what has he done? Oh, no. Has he been silly?
Opal, you made it!
So this note Pabu brought me saying you broke both of your legs was just a ruse?
Maybe.
Okay, this isn't gonna work, though.
This will totally make me forget that you worked for Kuvira, the person who captured my family and is probably torturing them right now. So yeah, let's just sit down and have a great picnic because we're so in love. I'm sorry you had to see that, Pabu.
They're teasing us, but I know we're gonna get there. I know we're gonna get there. I don't really blame Opal, though. Bolin's trying, but now's not the right time.
Everything you do is allegedly. Like when you took over my
Oh,
company.
true. She has mad beef.
Right now, I need you to put aside your differences. We're going to need the two brightest minds in this city working together to stop it.
And Hiroshi, for sure.
Fine. I'll help.
Yeah, take the high ground. I appreciate
Don't even
it.
think about double-crossing me again.
Hey guys, Julie to protect you, Varric. This looks epic, though. I was wondering how you'd imprison an airbender.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I am so down for this. I wanted this like super early in the season.
I'll finally realize that he's not a threat anymore.
This could be a lot, man. I hope they actually have a conversation. That's something I really like. When like protagonists and villains like sit down and actually chat.
I need to do this alone.
This has the potential to be one of my favorite things in this show. I don't want to build it up too much though. Oh, he's chained up just like Korra was. Oh shit!
I figured you would show up sooner or later.
Oh, long hairs are here, bring him back. And he's just floating.
You must really be in trouble if you came all the way down here to see me.
I came here to look you in the eye and tell you that you have no power over me. I will no longer be scared of you.
He can't do anything.
I guess it didn't work. You still seem scared.
He's still a demon though.
This was a mistake.
I know why you're here.
You don't know anything about me.
You can't go into the spirit world.
You can meditate into the spirit world from here?
I was wondering about that.
Republic City is flowing with spiritual energy, and you can't even tap into it.
No, my problem is you. People used to think I was unstoppable, but now they don't think I'm capable of anything.
Blaming me is a crutch to make you feel better.
Yes. No, he's right. And I've only just noticed it now.
Maybe it's time I realize I'll never be the same.
Neither of us are the same as before. I learned to fly, but now I'm bound in chains. You have all the power in the world and the freedom to use it, but you choose to hold yourself down.
Ooh.
But my powers have limits.
You're wrong. You think your power has limits. I say it's limitless.
Whatever. Then you took out the Earth Queen and created the worst dictator the Earth Kingdom has ever seen. Thanks for that.
I've heard rumors about her, but I didn't know she achieved so much power. She needs to be stopped.
He wouldn't like this. It makes a lot of sense.
I think I can help.
Uh-huh.
Let me lead you into the spirit world.
No way.
Please, please.
We may have been enemies once, but for now, our interests align.
This interaction so far has been perfect.
I've come this far. What have I got to lose?
Oh, come on.
Focus on the sound of my voice and clear your mind.
That Zahir is gone. That Zahir is gone. We've seen it. Yeah, look at him.
Let it play out.
Uh-huh.
I can't.
Uh-huh.
You can. Don't fear what might have been.
I have no control.
Don't be afraid. Hold on.
Yep. Ooh. Are we in there? And look at it, and look how it looks like. It reflects your state of mind.
And you led me here. Do you know where Janora and the others are?
No, but you do.
Oh shit! It's Rava!
Rava, I missed you. Where have you been?
I have always been inside of you.
It gave me chills, bro. Ooh. Bro, I've got tears in my eyes. Holy shit. Little soundtrack as well.
You must bend the energy within.
Mmm. Oh. Oh, the soundtrack just makes these moments so epic, man. Ugh, I don't like that though.
I'm so glad you're safe. What happened? How did you get out?
Korra saved us.
She's back!
How are you doing?
I feel whole again.
Do you think you're finally able to forget about what Zahir did to you?
No,
Yeah.
but I am finally able to accept what happened.
All right, listen, before you go, I just want to tell you that I understand how you feel. I know there's nothing I could do or no big gesture that can make up for all my mistakes, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to win you back. Because I love you.
Thanks for saying all of that.
He's in!
There is one thing you could do to win me back.
What is it? Yes, I'll do anything.
Come on a secret mission with us.
Oh shit!
We're going to rescue my family.
Oh, this is good, because Bolin can undo this. Okay, I don't want to go too early here, but that has potential to be my favorite episode of the whole show. That came out of nowhere for me, because we just had the recap episode. Even the episode before that, I think we were still kind of setting things up, and there was a little bit of a lull. But this episode. I can't wait to watch the next 4 episodes now after that. Alrighty, so Korra is back, and it's happened in a way that I didn't expect, but it was so good, man. I definitely remember mentioning earlier on in this season if we were going to see Zahir again or not. I did not expect it to be like this, but I'm so glad it was. So I guess in hindsight, the Spirit Vines acting this way in Republic City, obviously it's because of what's happening in the swamp, but they're acting in this specific way, I guess, to kind of pave the way for what happens in the rest of the episode. I like the little meeting that they have as well, because that felt very much like season 1. There were a lot of these meetings, and this is an interesting conversation as well. Like, I'm of the mindset of like, yeah, let's all rally the forces and let's go after Kuvira. Like, I want to see the epic stuff, but it does make a little bit more sense for them to shore up their defenses and kind of wait and see what Kuvira is going to do. And now they have the knowledge that, you know, she's going to make this big weapon as well. But I think this is right, because that means the Fire Nation will help, and I imagine Tenzin will be involved in this as well, and the Airbenders, because it's not necessarily an aggressive approach. But I can see all the different arguments there, you know, like if I'm Raiko, and I think it was Lin as well, I don't mind them, you know, wanting to go after them and stopping Kuvira before she does anything, because like they were saying, she has proven that she can't be trusted, and we as viewers know that she's up to some crazy shenanigans. And now everyone's back here, you know, like I love how offended Korra is, like that she wasn't invited. And look, I completely get it, and a lot of this again is feeding into her interaction with Zahir. Like, her not being invited is making her feel like just no one thinks she can do anything anymore. Even Tenzin being hesitant to let her go and see Zahir, like it's all building to that one moment. And Lin and Opal going behind the scenes to, you know, get Zhaofu and their family members back. It's very Lin. She definitely did something like that earlier on in the show, but it feels right because this is somewhat a separate issue to what's going on with everything else. It's very personal to Opal, of course, and Lin, like that's her family as well. And Bolin coming along for the ride, I think is perfect, because like I was saying, he can be there to help undo a lot of what he's been part of, you know, coming about. And it's going to be great for their relationship as well. Like he's done everything thus far in a really Bolin way, trying to get Opal back. Can't blame Opal, I think, for the way that she's acted. She's felt betrayed by Bolin. I think that's very valid. And right now she has more important things than like fixing their relationship, which is her family. But they're too perfect for each other, man. So I really enjoy that last interaction, and Opal saying, you know what, come with us, let's get this done, and once that's all done, then we can move on. I think that's going to be really good. And now the rest of the lead up before Korra meets with Zahir is just, in hindsight, it's really good setup. She's dealt with the poison, she's dealt with the physical side of things. Then we see her try to go into the Avatar state, and she can't because she's so traumatized about that one moment of her almost dying. That's something Korra drew attention to in the recap episode as well. And then when she goes into the spirit world, she's not in the spirit world, she's there again where Zahir almost killed her. And she's come to the conclusion that she needs to go and see Zahir, but she thinks that if she sees Zahir chained up, she's gonna feel like he's no longer a threat. And I could feel this building to where it got to, and I'm so glad they did it this way. And by the way, the area that Zahir is chained up in is dope. I was really wondering where they could chain up a flying airbender, if you will, but this makes the most sense. And he's just chained up there, he's flying, he's got his long hair back. That was such a great look. Obviously the buzz cut became very iconic throughout season 3, but I love the long hair look that we got introduced to him with. But such an interesting conversation. Like, Korra thinks she's gonna see Zahir chained up and like convince herself that it's gonna be okay. And Zahir instantly proves that that's just not gonna be the case. He instantly spooks her and she's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have come here, it's a disaster. And I'm gonna say that what really turned Zahir around in this conversation was him learning about how much Kuvira was in control, because that's not the world he wanted. And by him getting rid of the Earth Queen, he has brought this about, that Kuvira can have so much power. He doesn't want people to have power like this. So that seemed to really change him and make him want to help Korra to stop Kuvira. So Zahir might not necessarily want Korra to get better for the sake of Korra being better. It seems like it's for the sake of her being better so she can stop Kuvira. And that seems to really align with Zahir's values. But I really don't mind looking back on this episode and really looking at it as Zahir, at the end of the day, maybe he did care like about wanting Korra to get better, because that's what it really starts to feel like. And that just becomes so cool, as to someone who is one of the best villains of the whole show to now being arguably the most important reason as to why Korra is finally able to get over her inner demons. It's Korra's self-doubt, and a lot of that in her mind is probably affirmed by a lot of the people's actions around her, like her being excluded from the meeting pleading earlier in the episode and Tenzin not wanting her to go and see Zahir, or even like go and fight the spirit vines by herself with Marco. But when Zahir says blaming him is a crutch to make her feel better, that is on the money. And I was starting to have those thoughts during the conversation as well, and I think they steered it in such a good direction. She can't get past the mental block of being in the avatar state and being poisoned, and then Zahir almost killing her. Every time she tries to get back into the avatar state or the spirit world, all these things that she's connected to that moment, it just blocks her. And Zahir saying, look, he can fly, but he's chained down. Korra has all this spiritual power and she can't use it. Like, neither of them are the same as they were before, excuse me. And when Korra says, you know, her power has limits, like she's putting that limit in her mind. And Zahir says, look, that poison should have killed you, but you were the one that stopped that from happening. He thinks her power is limitless. Like, this is Zahir of all people telling Korra, like, you're putting this limit on yourself. One of the best villains in the show telling our main character that her power is limitless. It's just fantastic. I really think that this is one of my favorite interactions of the whole show. Going into it, I was thinking this could be absolutely fantastic, or it could be nothing like what I'm expecting. It was both in a really good way. And Zahir leads Korra into the spirit world and helps her get through that moment where he almost killed her. Oh, it's so much. It's so great. And when Rava pulls up and the soundtrack starts building, this is the legend of Korra, man. This is the stuff that I absolutely just love. And a really epic scene, again, with the soundtrack building and Korra doing her thing in the spirit world, leading into, you know, Korra saying to Marco, she's not going to be able to forget about what happens, which is perfect, but she's able to accept what's happened and moved on. I think that's something a lot of people really struggle with in life. People that have traumatic experiences or go through a really hard time, they spend so much time trying to block it out or forget about it, rather than accepting that that's something that has happened and it's what's helped made them into who they are now. And if you can accept that and move on, it can make you even stronger. That's what's happened here with Korra, and it was Zahir that helped her do that. Oh, it's so nice. But I am so happy with this episode. It's just, I think this episode is placed perfectly after the recap episode. I don't know if that was done on purpose, you know, because of the way things were with Nickelodeon, but if that's what they've done on purpose, they have nailed it, because now the tone is just set for these final 4 episodes, and I'm so excited. And the last thing I'll touch on as well, I did mention this during the episode, but Asami and Varrick working together, this is something I thought would happen, and I imagine Hiroshi is going to be involved in this as well. Makes a lot of sense. I expect that to happen. Opal and Bolin looks like that's going to happen as well. I imagine there'll be a Julie and Varrick eventuality as well. But just all of a sudden, I feel like I know exactly where we're going in terms of like a lot of the characters and a lot of these little arcs here. But there's still a lot that's going to go down. It's going to be really epic. Korra might be all the way back now. I can't wait to see what happens in these last 4 episodes. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know, I always appreciate it. We'll see you all in the next episode of The Legend of Korra.